Okay folks, let's slop some oil. Try and do this with one brush. What's the other one? Oh, there we are. I might use the inch one. This is 1.5 inches. Yeah, inch and a half. Nylon flat. Lovely brushes these are. They clean up very well with washing up liquid. Colours. Cadmium yellow, medium, yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, I need to squeeze a bit more of that, and viridian. And what I want to do, I've had it in my mind, sort of thinking about it, is to abstract. When I say abstract, I don't mean mindless or even thoughtful planning for an abstract. I tend to mean abstract impressionism. So there is a handle on reality, but expressed in a very spontaneous way. And oil and acrylic paper painting can be more than suitable for painting on unprimed paper, but of course acrylic won't stick to oil. My scene is going to be very simple. It's going to be another salt marsh scene that I've done many times from memory, with a cluster of trees sort of lining the road, but then the salt marsh on the left. That way will be south. So we will be in West Sussex. It's an area. Chichester Harbour is a very large marsh, salt marsh area between, say, Chichester and Portsmouth. Very beautiful, very painterly, but I'm only going to do an impression of it. I'm not sure about my sky. I could keep it, so I could add some Payne's grey, I suppose. Yeah, let's add some Payne's grey just to. Oh, I'm getting very close, very low on this. I've got another tube of it. So if you want to help contribute to the cost of this, go on Etsy, buy a painting, or go on Patreon. They're very inexpensive, but it all helps. Now I've lost my lid. Lid, where are you? Oh dear. I'm always losing things in the murk here. Well, there's the thing. Well, if I can't find it, I'll put a bit of cling film over it, because I can't waste. So I'll sort of squeeze out another couple of paintings out of that. But where is it? Where's it gone? It's fallen on the floor somewhere. Anyway, I hope you've had a good weekend. The weather today is overcast, a little bit of sun here and there. So I've got the lights on overhead. I've got a cup of tea. It's getting cold. So I've been sitting here procrastinating and trying to get started. I'm still a bit perturbed about you losing my cap. Oh, I'll use a lot of it so it won't go dry. And I've also, tomorrow, or it might be later, I'm going to go back to doing some acrylic as watercolour. And I just had another couple of tubes of paint delivered, ultramarine, Galleria and acrylic. This is probably, the ultramarine is probably a bit stronger than the one I have been using, which is a graduate, but probably not, I don't know. So I'll put them to one side. Right, let's get a sky in first anyway. So we'll have a bit of yellow ochre, load of white, load of oil and a bit of Payne's. Get an overcast sky, I think. I'd like to try to do this in in 10 minutes or just over that I did yesterday. And loads of oil on there. Get it covered. I don't think this will be a pretty painting. Adding Viridian to the palette is a very useful addition to all of this. Change hands. Oh, I've got in the Viridian. Talk of the devil, I didn't mean to do that. I want a low horizon because the flat land, you don't want a high horizon, loads of foreground, unless you do. Just some high clouds. So very expressive. Using a large brush, use the largest brush. Well, I use the largest brush I can get away with. Big sky, easy foreground. Right, let's have a little bit of a Payne's grey now. This particular Payne's grey is a bit weak, and Payne's grey's got quite a bit of blue in it, as you probably already know. A bit higher up in the sky here. Bit of dark here and there. You could use black, a bit of ultramarine mixed with it, and a bit of white. No, I get a bit more. Now we've got a little bit of light in there, just add a little bit of ochre. Okay, that'll do it for a moment. Clean the brush. Yeah. Can be a messy business oil, especially the way I do it. Right, now this is the horizon, and we've got some trees across the salt marsh, getting bigger as we come into a larger bit here. So let's use a bit of ultramarine and a bit of Payne's grey, see what that does. A bit more white in there. You've got a counter change. Against the sky, the light of the sky, but it's no good mixing a mid-tone with a mid-tone. I might even put in a sort of a building. Warm it up a little bit. Okay. Right, I'll just clean the brush. I just want to bring that's a bit too big there. So I'm just going to clean my brush. Just by pulling it through the town. Right, okay. A little bit of warm. Right, do I really want to put something man-made into this? Right, I'll get these trees in here. Find a clean bit of brush to squeeze it out. Have a swig of oil, tea. So at the moment I'm going between oil painting, acrylic painting as watercolour and impasto, and sponging and all that sort of thing, and pure watercolour. Well, pure watercolour, arguable. Had a little bit of white gouache here and there. Who's to know? Right, okay, so I'm going to go sort of a greyish tree, I think, to keep it in keeping with a bit of red in this here. Just warm it up a little bit, well, not a lot. Bit of oil there, get it flowing. Blue, just a bit of shadow under there. We can counter change some nice light on that. There's a bit of green there. All right, okay. We get some nice light colour, marsh colour, yellow ochre, lump of white, load of oil. Now, this is bound to get a couple of unlikes, so I'm not painting for popularity, I'm painting because it's what I want to do. added a bit of red to that. That's different colours. Trying to warm it up a bit in the foreground, give a bit of contrast. I might put some other little trees in here just to spread the load. That's not very good. Plenty of impasto going in there. I'm going to get some light sky colour in here, so I'm going to put my counter changing colour in. So I can get some light colour in between. Now, so it's good practice for me, because when the old demonstrating season comes back, or when we're allowed to come out of this wretched lockdown, the last couple of months I've had a workshop cancelled I was going to run. Just to warm that up a little bit in here. Right. I like that. I think you get a great green with just the 3 primaries. This is sort of as abstract as I get with the landscape. Just brighten this up. Just enjoy the brushwork, and we'll just put a little bit of that lovely bright colour there. Just to complement these blue trees in the distance. Right. Well, they're quite pretty, aren't they? Won't do more than that. Let's put a bit of that grey sky in now. Bit of oil. Right, I'll put a bit of dark around that. I'll put this, because that'd be the edge of the salt marsh. Well, not salt, edge of it, but I've got a counter change, so if you want light to show up as light, you've got to put it against something dark. Sounds obvious, but it's very easy to forget. A bit of stuff in there. I'll just see if I can get that a little bit lighter there. Right, get a bit of dark in here, just a bit of shadow under this bushy tree. Well, there we are. Can't do much more than that, I don't think. Let's strip this down and put a mount on it and we'll have a look. So really it's abstracting a landscape. It's not going for any realism, but going for an impression. Abstract because I made it up. Let's put that on. I'll move the camera over. Just to clip it. Stop it from sliding. Okay. Right, let's just bring the camera over in the middle, or more or less. Yep. Ooh, wrong way. Well, that'll do. Okay. Just add a little bit of red into that tree, or that scrubby tree, probably elderflowers and hawthorns. Right, just to warm it up a little bit. Right, there we are. So we've got an abstract salt marsh, no detail, just an illusion of detail. I've not put any twigs in, branches or anything. You can imagine that. And I've got that warm colour going across here and stopping there to keep that bit of distance in. Portsmouth will be over there, and I haven't put the spinnaker in. I mean, you would see the spinnaker from there, looking across towards Chidham. It's a series of peninsulas, not many, but all spread out. It's just so beautiful. So I can't resist trying to paint my idea of it anyway. So there we are. I hope you like that one, folks. Thanks for looking in. See you soon. Bye bye.